Yes, people. We are live on Sarcasm City TV, the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A, brought to you by myself, Flawless Mr. Take Note. The only co-host I'm joined by is JD. Mine is out here. But yeah, we're back live. Sarcasm City Sports Q&A. Yan City is in the background, so I'm presuming she will be jumping on. But first and foremost, large up to the mods who were already on job beforehand. How we get spammers before the live starts? That has never happened before. We getting spammers before the live starts. It's crazy. That is nuts. That is nuts. Oh, seeing, so why you click yourself in? Calm. As I was saying, Yan is in the building as well. Manchester City, what are you telling me? You good?
Yeah, how are you?
I'm blessed. You know what I mean? I'm blessed. Could be better, but we move. Here we are. We are out here. Yeah, madness in it. But it is what it is. But Jan's in the building also. But first and foremost, like I start each and every live stream, love to everyone who's supporting Sarcasm City TV in whatever capacity it is, much appreciated, and it legit does not go unnoticed. So whether you're watching live when you're in the comments, you watch live when you have it on in the background, or you watch the shows back after, or you listen to it on one of the audio platforms, like it's much appreciated. Legit does not go unnoticed, people. It's not. Let me get to some of the comments anyway. Large up Timo. Timo, did you see Timo's miss? Did you see Werner's miss today? Surely you've seen it.
No, I haven't, but people are talking about
Please YouTube that right now, innit? Please.
really.
Like, yes, it's
Didn't they won like 6-0 or
they
something?
won 6-0, but it's one of the worst misses of all time.
Oh, really?
Like, it's up there, yes. It's one of them, like, you'd put that away with your bad foot. It's one of them ones. Like, it's hard, it's harder to miss. Like, if I tried to do what he did, I would struggle more than putting the ball in the net. So go and check that out. But large up T says Timo Werner slanders equal scammers. We all know who's the problem all along. It's Joachim Low. Low tax so hefty that made my client burn in flames. Like, nah, don't try and blame Joachim Low because your guy missed from 4 yards out. Let's not do that. Also, as well, Timo says Hansi Flick turned my client into Superman 3 goals in international friendlies. I hope he carries on the form in the league. Okay, large up Daniel as well says big up everyone. Just finished studying Brazilian FA frauds. We will get into that also. Large up Dan in the comments as a regular. Daniel also says big up Flawless. We will get to all that. Flawless on behalf of my office, the ball bubbled. He redeemed himself, so case dismissed. He really didn't. Large up you lot on job blocking all these accounts and that. We are on slow mode as well.
It's me, I'm just blocking all the accounts.
Yeah, it's on slow mode. Yeah, thank you. Much appreciated. And that C1 says, big up Angolio, flawless and beautiful. Yeah, it's my birthday today as well.
Big up C1, happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Everyone in the chat, please wish C1 London, you know what I'm saying, a happy birthday and that, you know what I'm saying. But if you haven't seen the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A before, people, is where you get to ask us any sporting question, past or present. So ask us anything you want, you know what I'm saying. And yeah, F the spammers, but we keep it moving. But yeah, you get to ask us any question, any sporting question, sorry, past or present. Myself and Jan will answer any of your questions. So you lot basically run the show. So if you haven't seen Sarcasm City Sports Q&As before, also as well, if you are a member, then members' comments do take priority like a super chat. So if you see the same names popping up, I'm not ignoring the rest of you lot. It's just as one of the perks. And if you want to become a member of the channel, the link is underneath in the description as well. Have you seen Werner's miss?
I'm just looking at it now.
Are you looking at it? All right, okay.
It's got a video, but then it says video, but I'm not seeing no video.
No stress. Happy birthday, C1. Everyone wishing him a happy birthday. Matthew says, big up everyone. Can't wait for the Premier League to return. You are 100% right, and I 1000% agree. I can't wait for I hate international breaks. I hate international breaks with a passion. I think they're trash. You know what I'm saying? They're awful. Minus Euros and World Cups and actual international tournaments, they are trash. Big up Nippin as well. Oluwasi, I hope I didn't butcher your name, says United versus Chelsea rivalry lasted longer than United versus Arsenal rivalry in the Premier League era. Flawless, your opinion? Nah, it didn't, because we still have a rivalry with Arsenal now.
Do you know what I think, though? Because a lot of people, because like I see it on Twitter a lot and it really annoys me when people say things like, oh, City fans are trying to start a rivalry with our club and stuff like that. Like, at the end of the day, if we're trying to start a rivalry with you, that's because your team are now competing with us for the top trophies. So it's not, I don't understand why people get offended. A rival, there's two contexts to the word rival. It's either your rival in terms of locality, or like you say, like Arsenal were your rivals because you were competing for the top trophy.
That's where it came from. Yes,
it's like there's two different types of rivals, and people just get it confused.
Yeah,
like Man United will always be City's rivals, regardless of what league you are in.
Yeah,
because you're in Manchester.
Yeah.
That being said, the rivals that we've got in the league has been Liverpool the past couple of years.
Yeah.
If Liverpool fall off and start finishing 8th, 9th, 10th, they're not our rivals anymore.
Facts.
And that's like, people just don't understand. Like, the word rival means you're both going for the same thing. So unless you don't want to win the Premier League, that's the only way you're not a rival with Man City. So all these people, like Chelsea fans, saying we're not rivals for Man City, that tells me you don't expect to win the league. You know,
I think what you're saying there is right. Yeah. I think people don't use the word, like you can say we're rivals for the title. I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
There's no rivalry there aside from that. Like literally, exactly. Like yes, you are rivals for the title, whereas you used it.
Yeah.
United and City will always be rivals. If City are in the Premier League and United are in League 2 and we draw each other in the FA Cup, that's still a big game.
Yeah,
that's still a rivalry. Yeah, 100%.
And then you've got like geographical ones, like you say, like Liverpool and Manchester have a rivalry in general, no football, you know, involved. So it's kind of like, that's always a little bit, you're always going to have a little bit more hatred for a Liverpool or an Everton than you are for like a Crystal Palace or a Fulham, just because there's no direct rivalry between Manchester and West London. Do you know what I mean? Like, or South London. It's different. So yeah, it's just one of them things. Like for me, like, I don't know, like right now it's a weird one because Chelsea are our rivals in terms of we go for the same trophies every season, whether we win it or not, or they win it or not, we still go for the same trophies. Like Chelsea's aim at the start of every season is to win the league, whether they win it or not. Same with City, same with United, to be honest, same with everyone. Do you know what I mean? That is your aim. If you're a top club that is capable of winning the league, or you have a squad good enough, that is your aim for the season. Depending on what happens, depends on how much weight you put on that. Do you know what I mean? Like with City, if we don't win the league, it's seen as an unsuccessful season.
Which is right.
You know what I mean? Whereas other clubs, it's like, well, we got top 3, and that's like an achievement. For City, doesn't matter where we finish. If we do not win it, we're going to be seen as you've fucked up the season. Do you know what I mean? But I don't know. It's just one of the things. It's weird because it's like I was saying, like, we've not really had a title race with Chelsea. So if we are in the title race with Chelsea this season, it will be our first legit one because, people say 14-15, but I don't think Man City were at the level to win the Prem. Like, don't get me wrong, we're probably the closest to them, but Chelsea were clearly going to win that league. It wasn't, who's going to win it? And on the last day of the season, Chelsea won it. You could see that Chelsea were going to win the league that year. And every year that we've won it, apart from Liverpool and Man United, we've always been, you know, ahead of the other teams, if that makes sense, apart from Liverpool and United. So, this would be, if it does go the way people are suspecting it to go, where it's like Man City and Chelsea as the top 2, then, you know, then that'll be the first proper time. Because 14-15, like, I don't remember ever thinking in 14-15, like, obviously, we're up there, but we're up there every season, even when we don't win it. You know, we were up there with Liverpool in 19-20, but we weren't going to win it. You know what I mean? 13-14 was a weird season because I remember that season, I had a birthday party in February, and my friend who's a Chelsea fan was laughing at me saying Chelsea have won the league, and then it ended up being a Man City Liverpool title race at the end. So it's just it's just weird how title races work, isn't it? Because like 1 minute it's like 3 of you, and then 1 of you just drops out, and then it's 2.
I think people are too quick to talk about they're in a title race. To me, any talk of a title race up until December, January, because normally I know it's some crazy stat that more often than not the team that is top at Christmas normally wins the Premier League. So it's kind of like up until December, January, then we'll see. And we've seen people fall off afterwards, but he's saying,
was it only 7 points?
He said it.
It felt like more than 7 points. I don't remember being close to the title.
I don't remember because he said I meant rivals for the title. Yeah, with the rivals for the title, no, because did United Chelsea last longer than it might have? You let me know. I can't remember. The reason why the Arsenal one sticks out with United is because of all the iconic moments that happened during that period.
So
not only with us.
When Chelsea went back to back under Mourinho,
yeah, we weren't competing with them.
Who was the closest to them? Was it you? Or
why am I thinking Arsenal? Because Arsenal won it the year before. I'm going to check now. Oh, 1 second. I'm going to check now.
Check the years that they won it back to back. What was it?
04, 05, yeah.
04, 05,
yeah. I'm going to finish. I'm going to have a look now. 1 sec. For the Premier League table, 2004.
Bro, he's talking about Arsenal. Okay.
See that? So Arsenal won it in 04 when they went undefeated.
Yeah,
Chelsea were the closest to it.
About the Arsenal rivalry was 98 to 2004. So he's talking about the time that they won it, and he's talking about Chelsea was up until 2011.
Yeah, we didn't really.
That period before Man City kind of got there.
It might have been
between you and Chelsea. That's true, actually, because I remember, like, at that time, obviously, I wanted Chelsea to win it over United. Obviously. You know what I mean? So I do remember that time, and then City obviously started getting better and better, and then it turned into like it was only Man City, Man United for like 2 years, wasn't it? Really, it was the 11-12 and the 12-13. After that, I think
we fell off.
I think Chelsea won it. I think the year after, and then City won it again under Pellegrini. And then it was like we didn't win it for quite a few years until Pep came in. And then Pep's just kind of dominated.
Right. Jared says, big up Flawless. Canada lead in El Salvador, 2-0 in the World Cup qualifying in North Central America. Flawless, what do you think of Jamaica's chances of making the World Cup? Ironically, we're doing a Jamaica watch along tonight. It'll start at 2 a.m. So like an hour and 5 minutes from here, we're doing the Costa Rica game on the Twitch. Secondly, I think Peter told me, and Yano know this better than me as well, I think the top 3 teams from the group qualify. So, and I think the team in third, even though Jamaica are on 0 points, Jamaica have Jamaica are only like 2 points off the top. So I think they have depending on if they get the players, if they get the likes of Morrison, Antonio, Bailey, if all these players play, Jamaica got more than a good enough chance of finishing in the top 3. Definitely. Because like minus Mexico, I don't think
they're not an easy team to beat. That's the problem.
Yeah, they're not. Did they not play them in the Gold Cup and beat them?
Maybe.
I swear so.
I swear they did. Jamaica are a weird team because Mexico are probably the best team in the group, and they probably got their closest loss basically in that game. Whereas Panama, who we should have been beating, we didn't.
See, I'm looking here. It's like yes, Jamaica are bottom of the group, but the team in third is only on 4 points. But it's not over. There's only been 2 games played. Even Canada, who are currently leading 2-0, as you said, they're in second, but they played a game more. So say Jamaica win today, there'll be 2 points. There'll be 2 points off Canada and have a game in hand. So it's like it's not really all over. Unless it's the top 2. I'm not sure how many teams qualify. I'm unsure. But even if it's second, it's like Jamaica have more than enough to get out of that group. But we will see what happens. Where else we at? Flawless Prime Suarez or Uncle Ben's all day, without question. I think he's probably one of the most underrated strikers in our generation, and he's still doing it now. He's been at the highest level. When did he fall off? He went to Madrid, and he's been at that level, and he's never fell off. And he was still shining with a Ronaldo and a Bale.
People say it in the comments. He's saying the top 3 qualify.
Yeah, top 3 large up saying. That's what I'm saying. Here we go. This is a good one from Matthew. Anyone else think Everton are being underrated this season with Rafa Benitez? Rafa Benitez is a very shrewd manager and very good at organizing and setting up. And he has talent there. He's building on what Ancelotti had. That's why I really wanted Ancelotti to finish that project just to see where they went. But if you look, they got goals. When you got Dominic Calvert-Lewin, you got Townsend, Damari Gray started on fire. Richarlison, who I'm not a big fan of. James is still there. You've got Allen. You've got Decore, Holgate, Godfrey, Coleman, Digne. Like, they have a team that is good enough. Come on, what's your thoughts on it? Would you reckon they're being underrated?
You know what? Like, I actually don't hate Everton. Like, I kind of want Everton to do well. Obviously,
everyone likes Everton, man.
City, but like, my granddad is a big Everton fan, innit? So, like, obviously,
glad to be your granddad.
I don't mind them doing well. However, they're a weird team because, like, on paper, they're a good side, but then they have weird results. So they'll win a game that you think, oh, didn't expect them to win that. And then the next week, they'll get beat by some team that you think there's no way Everton should be losing to this team. So I think their squad is good, and I think the manager is good, but they had a good manager last season and still didn't really do what people expected. So I don't know, like Everton have potential, but they need to kind of, I feel like when Robinho joined Man City.
Sorry to cut you off. No prime striker who's currently playing is clear of Benzema. Like, cut it out. This is not what we're gonna do in that. We are not going to criticize. Like, you saw, is that Ryan? That must be Ryan's burner account. Let's not do that. Nobody is clear of Benzema. Let's cut it. Like let's cut the shit.
Yeah, but I think sometimes if people like a player more, they say
clear.
Clear is like the difference between like
me and you and how we stream and how Ryan streams. That's a clear difference. You get what I'm saying? In that we're at this level and he's a level below. You get what I'm saying? In that I'm joking, people. I'm just using that to get our points. But Clear's too big of a word.
They're not in the same
conversation.
Yeah, Clear's one of them where if you could pick one for your team, there's no debate. You're not going to say, okay, I'll take Joe over Aguero. Like, you're not going to do that. You're going to put Aguero in. 10 out of 10 people are putting Aguero in the side. That's clear. That's clear.
Why I don't like that word in that. Sorry, I had to cut you off. I'm tired of this.
Harry Kane and Aguero, that no one is clear. None of them are clear of the other because it's on preference and what you want in your player. Do you know what I mean? So it's mad. It's mad. I love Joe. Joe was.
No, I like
Man City.
Hey, Saint.
Oh, we got one.
Saint, you're a prick, by the way, isn't it? You know what I'm saying? Just gotta put that out there. A large up, Saint. But let's not. You know what I'm saying? And that let's not do that, man. Like, let's not talk like Prime Suarez and Prime Benzema ain't two quality ballers. But that, I hate that clear word in that. Like, it's not that.
I don't like it.
You said, people talk about. You made the prime example. If you're comparing Aguero to Benjani, that's a clear difference.
Yeah.
Okay. But if you're comparing Aguero to Kane, Lewandowski, and Benzema, Prime Suarez, all them men are in the same ballpark. Whoever you pick is cool, is a preference up to you. But we're not going to disrespect Benzema, who his prime has been 10 years. When did he fall off? Like, this is why, like, go look, since Benzema's been at Madrid, he's been there with all their successes and doing bits. And one of the best teams I think we've ever seen. But we move. As is Suarez, though, that's not a disrespect to Suarez. You know what I'm saying? But we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying? Large up my guy, start, man, yo. Large up, start, man, what's wrong with you, man? Are you still mad, man? I seen your team that you put up. You know what I'm saying? You had Diallo in your team for United. I seen 4-4-2. But large up, Statman says, just came to like the video. Flawless, you're an idiot. Is you are an idiot. Now I can sleep in peace. Large up my guy Statman as well. You know what I'm saying? Big up man like Top Red Baines. You know what I'm saying? Man like to get me. Top Red Baines. Yeah, man. Top Red. He's a Top Red. Large up Baines in that. You know what I'm saying? But clear. See, even this. Do I believe Prime Lewandowski is better than Benzema? Yes, but I don't think he's clear of him. How are you clear of someone who's at the top level? Maybe it's just me. I don't know. But we move.
Yeah, I don't think clear for me is like I say, like clear is like Aguero and Benjani. It's one of them where it's not like Benjani had a very good season the year that we bought him. He was one of the best at that time, but he's not close to Aguero in terms of levels. Do you know what I mean?
It's like comparing David Silva to, I don't know, Rodri or something.
Is that true?
It could be. Who knows? It could be. Big up. All right, I'm just gonna call you Sax because I'm not repeating your full username because that sounds wild, me saying big up to, but yeah, big up to Sax for the super chat. Says Benzema has a €1 billion release clause. You never know. You know what I'm saying? Flawless, check my Lewandowski post on IG. Did you see it? No, but Lewandowski, another one. He a baller in that.
Lewandowski.
He's a baller. Yes, I did see their assist today. Big up Flawless and Jan. Did you see Lou and Blood Klatdowski with the assist today? Quality. Quality. It was. Statman saying big up the chat. See, he's not beefing the chat for once.
Told me. I was watching the game, but clearly
I answer this
it properly. I missed both goals.
Yeah. This is tougher. Prime Benz or Prime Living. It's a preference thing. I just prefer. I'm gonna do the Ryan on the eye test. I just prefer Benzema, but that's not a shot.
Yeah, I'm a Lewandowski fan, but that being said, it's not one of them that's preference. It's not something. I think I would say my top 3 in the world right now would be Lewandowski number 1, Benzema number 2, and Kane number 3. They would be my
strikers.
So based on that, Lewandowski would get in above Benzema, but it's not one of them. Like if City had a choice between both of them and we ended up with Benzema, I'm not going to be upset.
Benzema been at Real Madrid since 2009. You know how hard that is to do? I'm looking there. So in the league, you got 8 and 27, 15 and 33, 21 and 34, 11 and 30, 17 and 35, 15 and 29, 24 and 27, 11 and 29, fell off in 17, 18, 5 and 32. Then he bounced back 21 and 36. 21 and 37, 23 and 34. Now? Yo, man, look here, the numbers. Jeez, yeah, you lot. Man's a consistent 20 plus goals a season, man. Pretty much, give or take. Bear in mind, he's not the main man.
Yeah.
Like, he is now currently. He's 33. I didn't realize he was that old. I did not know he was that old.
Yeah.
And he's still balling.
How old's Lewandowski? Because he's older, isn't he? He's like 30.
Yeah, I think he's yeah. The fact, you know what? That's how you know football's fell off when the 2 strikers you put are both like mid-30s.
I know.
So they might not even in their prime now.
Yeah, because I think you've got people. It's like when I do the list, and when you talk about the list, and people start adding like Haaland, and it's like it's kind of like Haaland is so young. Like you don't know where he's going to finish on that list because he could, not do what people expect him to do and get forgotten about altogether, or he could top that list. Yeah. Like he's got the years and the talent to top that list in the end. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I think when you're comparing, someone that's 13 years or 12 years younger.
And who's been at the level. Like I said, he joined in 2009. He joined Madrid in the 2009-10 season. Like some of you lot were even alive, you were probably in the chat. Some of you lot were kids running around in primary school. But that's what I have to remember as well. We're talking to some people
when you're talking to people about football, it's like Lewis the other day when he was like, when we lost that Champions League final to United and I was in primary school. Like, primary school. Like I was in high school.
Yeah, so you was getting your degree in uni and that. You know what I'm saying? It's mad. We move. Yeah. Nah, I don't say all that. You know what I'm saying? You was getting your GED and that. You was getting Jan, don't try it. You was getting your GED. Don't try it. Jan trying to act smarter than she is. She was getting a GED and that. As Chris Rock said, the good enough diploma. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Saint Large saying, he says, yo, shout out the chat and make sure you tune in tomorrow to Anfield Analysis. I'll chat to you if you want to do it, because I know Ryan's taking a few days off. Feel free. Shout me and we'll pattern that. No problem, fam. We'll figure that out. Let man know. We'll definitely figure that out. I'm looking at Benzema here.
Asked me if I'd take Lewandowski at Man City. Of course I would. I would take any half decent striker, especially the best striker in the world.
100%. Trying to see I'm just trying to see Benzema's honest. This guy's been playing for 2009, That is mad.
2009 doesn't feel that long ago, though.
No, I don't. I'm not having a look here. Look, this guy's won what? 3 La Ligas, 2 Copa del Reys, like 4 Champions Leagues. It's mad. That's crazy. Yeah. He's even won the Coupe de France in France. You know what I'm saying? I won 4 Ligue 1s. Put some respect on my guy in it. A lot of you lot just didn't see him play. 100%. See that Lou is not levels ahead of Benzema. Better, I'll give you now, but we're talking prime. He's not levels above. I'm saying I ain't hearing stats, man.
I'm not rich, guys. It's not me.
He's not. She is rich. He's not. But the thing is, what people fail to realize with Benzema, he wasn't the main act. He was the foil for man. That's why when Real Madrid were looking to sell him at one point, and Ronaldo kicked off. So if Ronaldo's kicking off at you going, that's how important you are to the side. There isn't anything this guy can't do as a striker. But we move. Unpopular opinion, Lingard is better than Mount. I don't think that's an unpopular opinion.
Nah, man.
I don't think that's an unpopular opinion.
He is not a striker, man. Bless him.
Who?
Bless his heart, but he's not a striker. Gabs, he ain't a striker. Have you seen how good he's been playing this season?
Yeah, because you've been playing sides battling relegation. He's just supposed to do to those sides. You know what I'm saying? He's supposed to do that to Norwich and Arsenal. You 19th and 20th in the league. That's what Gabby is supposed to do. It's like when Tox added me about Depay and he's him scoring goals. I'm like, he's playing Turkey. He's supposed to do that. He's playing friggin' who else did he score again? Levante. You know what I'm saying? And Elk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, notorious FAT. Like
that's what you're supposed to do if you're playing if you're playing. If you're playing rail, paella, and chips, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to score goals against these sides. Like, so's Gabby. I ain't giving you big credit for them things. Like Arsenal and Norwich, come on now. The team that have a relegation, what's it called? Have a relegation 6-pointer on the weekend. Who you got winning that, by the way? Side note.
Who?
The relegation 6-pointer at the Emirates on Saturday.
You know what? Yeah. I think Arsenal will win. I think this is their first win of the season. And I don't think it'll be that difficult. I don't think Norwich are very good, to be honest. Man City really have to try hard to win. You
said routine home win, yeah?
Why, Arsenal at home?
Yeah, it's at the Emirates.
I think they'll definitely win me. I think they probably won't score too many goals, so it's probably like 2-0 or something, but I think they'll win.
And to Notorious FAT said, how old was Benzema when he joined Madrid? He's 33 now, and that was in 09. You do the math in it. Math isn't my strong suit in that. Yeah,
how old were you in 09, and then you'll know?
He's not my age.
Right, well.
You know what I'm saying? Just because you're older than him and that. You remember when he was a baby at friggin' in France,
yeah,
innit?
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
he was watching. Yo, everyone has a horrific period. He went from scoring 20 to 30 goals a season to 12 and 47. Yeah, he had one bad season. That's literally the pick out.
Guys, by the way, this gated community crap.
She's gated community, man.
It's a mirror. It's not me. That's a mirror.
It's you. You know what I'm saying? Don't brought this on the mirrors. This is you and that. Last time I went, she won't even let man in and that. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Her butler had to come let man in and that. I was like, what are you saying, fam? Because he knows me. And he let me in. He was like, yeah, she being a prick. I was like, yeah, I know. So we moved. Large up Jeffrey, though. You know what I'm saying? Someone had a good question as well. I don't even want to miss it. You lot continue to get your questions in.
Can I ask a question generally? Because
a question to who, me or the chat? Who you asking?
The chat, yeah. Because every time someone mentions something negative and mentions a certain Chelsea player, Chelsea fans say he's a Champions League winner, right? Does that mean that Origi is better than, or well, it's not even a fair comparison because they play different positions, but the likes of Origi, are they better than Hazard? Because Hazard's never won a Champions League. Like, you've got to think of it seriously. Do you know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong, being a Champions League winner is great. Do you know what I mean? But at the same time, just there can be players that are better than them that haven't won it. Like, you know, I mean,
it's a, you know what? It's a lazy argument. That's what it is. Oh, someone just rolling jokes like, oh, put some respect. Lewis does it all the time. He's shameless. Oh, put some respect on Champions League winner Tammy Abraham. He'll be trying to tell you Tammy Abraham's. He'll be trying to.
Player, that's what it is. I don't know, man. Like he was in the final. He got an assist or whatever. But I just think like there was, you know, there was better players in the Champions League that season. Kante, I get the argument more for because Kante was probably the reason that Chelsea went on to win it. More so. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. Like, it's just, that's what I mean. Like, I am all for saying that this is, you know, this player's good. I love this player. I rate this player. Whatever. Cool. Not a problem. But I just think sometimes, it's taken a little bit out of, because, you know, I don't know. Sometimes it's a little bit different. Like, we have squad players that aren't the reason we won the league. They're still Premier League winners, but they're not the reason we won it. You know what I mean? Then there's players that are the reason you've won it. Like when we had Vincent Kompany, and Vincent Kompany used to like come back from injury and win us the league. Do you know what I mean? But I wouldn't be like, Les Scott is clear of the Chelsea players at the time because he'd won the Prem and they hadn't. Like, I just think, I don't know. It's just one of them. I'm not even slandering Mount. I'm not slandering
we ain't slandering Mount. Someone said, is he? I think Mount's a good player. But that's it.
I do think he's good. But
I think he's good. I don't think he's anything special, though. I don't think he's, like, amazing. He's a good player, I believe. That's it.
Yeah. I think like, he's a good all-round player. I don't think he's, like, particularly...
He's not exceptional at anything.
Yeah. I think he's one of them, innit? It's one of them.
Dan says, is Lukaku quicker than Kane? I think so. Kane just feels so slow. Don't know why. Lukaku is definitely quicker than Kane. I mean, yes,
Kane
100%.
doesn't really have pace, does he?
He doesn't. Like, don't get me wrong. Kane's the better striker. That's no I'm disputing. But in terms of just pace, it's Lukaku. But that's not a shot. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Kante is a baller. Kante was man of the match in the quarter semi and the Champions League final. He's a baller.
Kante is when it comes to Champions League and that argument, I'm cool with that. Do you know what I mean?
Well, I don't think Jan, I've been here disrespecting Mount. We both said, I think we've all said, well, me and you actually have both said from time.
It's like, had City won that final, Mahrez was the main reason that we got into that final, along with De Bruyne, because a lot of people say De Bruyne doesn't turn up. Like, they talk about the man of the matches. De Bruyne got, I think, 4 man of the matches or something like that. Like, he got a lot of them as well. Like, he had a load of them because he scored in every round going up to the final. So it's just one of them. Like, there's players in our team that, yes, we would have won it, but doesn't necessarily. I wouldn't be saying he's clear because he's won the Champions League. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
It's just like, I wouldn't be telling you Benjamin Mendy is clear because he won the Champions League, because he's not the reason why we would have won it, if that makes sense. So yeah, I think it's just one of them, because like there's a lot of players that have won the Champions League in the past that haven't really been.
Like I figured out last stream, because Lewis was running this stupid R9 prop. I think it was on Agenda FC. That Brazilian Ronaldo, he never won Serie A. He never won. He never won La Liga. I don't think, and he never won the Champions League. But he's still a quality baller.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I legit. But you say Serie A was full of marksmen at that point, so I can't even blame him.
That's why, because I knew, like, obviously there's quite a few players that have never, like Buffon. Like Buffon never won the Champions League either. But you wouldn't look at him and say he's, Mendy is clear of him because of that. It's just, I think context as well comes into it. Do you know what I mean? Because we were having I was on Ryan channel today.
Big up Ryan S, man. Big up Ryan S, man. Mr. Sears himself, the young king.
Yeah, go check it out if you haven't, guys. But we were doing like a Premier League 11 and stuff like that. And like when people are making the arguments, it's like you kind of have to factor in the Premier League that they've won when it comes to stuff like that. Because if you're winning the Premier League consistently in your position, then even if you're not, I don't know, it's one of them. There might be like a better player than you, but then if you're more consistent and you're winning the league more, and it's pivotal, not just you're a squad player, then it's a bit of an argument to get in, isn't it? So I don't know. Like, it was actually I got quite a lot of City players in there, which is unusual. People try and push out City players, but got quite a few of my guys in there, and it was quite good. But I don't know.
You lot continue to get your questions in. Please hit the like button as well. Make sure you share it across all the socials and subscribe to the channel as well. Sarcasm City TV, road to 4K. Make sure you hit the notification bell when you do so as well.
Who's Money Mace? Is it Mason Mount or Mason Greenwood?
It's Greenwood. We know that. That's stupid questions. You know what I'm saying?
Money know who that is. One of the best on the half terms. I don't know.
Yeah, you're talking about Greenwood. You know what I'm saying? I know that. Facts. 100%.
Did you see the goal that Cole Palmer scored last night for England's under 23? He did a Cruyff turn and scored a goal. It's sick.
Let's go.
Actually sick. He's quality, that guy.
Manrick says flawless predictions on who will get relegated. Currently, I've got Norwich, Southampton, and Crystal Palace. Norwich, for obvious reasons, just look at them. Southampton, simply because they lost their best. They lost the majority of their goals in England, and then they lost their best centre-back in Vestergaard. And then Crystal Palace, Vieira coming into a new league. I don't know who's going to score them enough goals for them to stay up. Like, you got Zaha, yes. But Eze, how he comes back, I don't know about Benteke. I heard they signed somebody. I forgot who it was, who's supposed to be a good attacking player, but we'll see. You know what I'm saying? Flawless, relax, blood. There's only one money makes, and he has the Champions League blood. You know who that is, isn't it? Look who the one who's getting slandered in the chat. It's not Greenwood. You know what I'm saying? Because if you put Mason Mount in United side, he's not doing bits. I'm telling you that now and that. But yeah, they're my predictions on the relegation. Norwich, Crystal Palace, Southampton, and that. Yeah, you lot are taking liberties about if you pre-order the Lukaku shirt, you get a pair of free Timberland boots. Yeah, you lot are wilding. 100%. Here we go. Jan, do you see company coming back to City to be a part of the foundation or even chief executive one day?
You know what? Like, I think Pep mentioned something the other day about company, which is interesting. I wouldn't like to see him come in and be a manager because I wouldn't want him to ruin his legacy. But yeah, I think City, to be honest, City are quite good with the ex-players. Like, Fernandinho has been offered a role. I think Zabaleta was offered a role. So it's quite nice to see, like, you know, these sort of players that are pivotal coming back and helping us. I would like to see company do, because he's very intelligent, company, so he wouldn't necessarily have to be a manager. But then at the same time, you know, we've had, I don't know, it's one of them, innit? I love company. I wouldn't want him, whatever he does, I don't want him to ruin what he did at City, innit? I don't want an Ollie situation or a Lampard situation where I'm saying, get company out. I don't want that.
Deviant says, what's the worst and best kits in the Premier League this season, not including your own teams? Oh, Liverpool's away kit. That mustard thing. You know what I'm saying? That mustard with the line of the kit. It's awful. Get me? That Mr. comes with the Mr. Sheen cloth. Oh, it's awful and that. It does look like a part of the Mr. Sheen kit. Like, you buy the Mr. Sheen and you get the cloths free with it. It's like one of them type of deals when you go B&M or something like that. It's awful. That Ronald McDonald kit. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it's awful. It is absolutely awful. It's Liverpool's third kit. Best. What kit's pop?
I like our away kit personally, but
Arsenal, City in it. So
our away kit is all right. The yellow one.
You would say City and Arsenal. You had it. Someone had it might have been Chelsea.
We've got a nice one. It's like black and gold.
I can't remember because I can't get past seeing them disgusting badges. So if it's a Liverpool badge on it, a City badge, or Arsenal badge, I'm just like, ugh.
It's got raindrops on it.
It's mad.
Don't hate. If it was United, this is class. Let me get it.
Did I not just say verbatim that I can't get past the disgusting badges on a nice kit? So, like I said, if it's a Chelsea badge, Arsenal, Liverpool, City. Say again, what was that?
You've literally got a devil on yours.
Yeah, what's your point? I know where I'm going when I pass. So what's your point? I'm be chilling with man. What's your point?
Oh, our third kit is the worst kit. You're right. Our third kit is the worst football kit. It's worse than Liverpool's. You are 100% right. You know what? I forgot that existed.
Lost part. That is brilliant, high tech. That is brilliant. I'm gonna do the collage thing and post that tomorrow. Oh, let me have a look for that. You seen Breaking Bad, innit? Oh, that is hilarious. That is hilarious.
Got leaked about this kit, this training kit that apparently I think it's fake because there's no way it can be real. But apparently there's like this training kit for the third kit, and it's like all these bits of each clubs. So you know how our third kit is like generic. There's about 10 teams that have it. Apparently it's got like little bits of each club. So it's got like yellow with black, and it's like that's Dortmund. And then it's got like some blue colour, it's Marseille. Like, bad. It's so bad. Like, no one's gonna buy that. It's ridiculous. Yeah, Fenerbahce, yeah, AC Milan. AC Milan's is nicer because it's black. It's nicer than City's, but it's still terrible.
It does look like the Los Palos uniform.
Actually, I think Dortmund rejected it because they said that they've got the 49, 50, 51 in it, but I think maybe they do have it. They're awful. All the kits are horrible. Every single one is horrible. There isn't, apart from maybe AC Milan you could maybe get away with because it's black, but it's awful. It's awful.
Yo, it's because you lot be cracking me up. Authentic etc. says first thing I see when I tune in is flawless cracking up. Is hashtag take note. Is you lot in it? You lot be busting because I just literally googled the Los Polos Hermanos uniform. I'm not watching Breaking Bad in a minute. I need to rewatch it. Hilarious.
Do you know
100%.
what? Sax, whatever your name is, right? Like,
hey, put some respect on Sax's name, man. Just say Sax with chest, whatever your name is. All right, let's get into it. Let me ask the question so people know, and then you can answer and get to the answer. Jan, if Pep fails to get to a Champions League, I'm just guessing he means winners medal. Does that still make him the best manager? He has not won one since he left Barca. Rubbish manager. I'm gonna give my thoughts on it, but I know Jan got a answer ready for this, so you go, and then I'm gonna respond after.
Yeah, nah, it's just I just think when it comes to like cup competitions, it's not the best thing to judge a manager on. Do you know what I mean? Like, yes, does he need to win it? Yes. Does he need to do better? Yes, 100%. But at the same time, there's no if someone said to you now, get a manager in that you are 110% gonna win the Champions League with, and you have to put every penny you have on that manager winning the Champions League, you wouldn't do it because it's not guaranteed. And if that is the case, then Pot should win it this season.
Should win it.
And if Pot doesn't win it this season, then it kind of proves my point more so, because you can have all the tools, but in a cup competition, one slip, one bit of bad luck, one goal being ruled offside when it's onside, you know, one VAR decision, one hand, it can be anything, and you can be out of the Champions League. Whereas, like, when you see it over a season and how consistent they are, like, no one has been more consistent than Pep in terms of domestic success. You know what I mean? He's come in, he's done what Fergie said was impossible in the domestic treble, whatever.
Hey, don't use that. Fergie always saying wild shit. Don't.
No, but it's Fergie.
Fergie always saying wild shit.
And since Fergie left, we haven't had a manager that's come in and dominated like that. So
he's brilliant.
It's one of them. For me, I can't disrespect Pep just because he didn't win a Champions League, because, you know, has he made decisions that he shouldn't have made? Yes. But have the players been great in some of these games? No. So I wouldn't put it all on Pep. I'd put a lot of it on Pep, but I wouldn't put it all solely on Pep, because Pep didn't make Raheem Sterling miss an open net against Leon. So there's things like that context has to be added to it. But can he do better? Yes. But can most managers do better in the Champions League? Also, yes. Apart from Zidane. You know, every other manager probably can do better.
I said, one celeb you hearing that, Chelsea fans. Let's go. Large up notorious FAT. This is great.
Fantastic. You know what? I was actually referring more to Gerard, but
yeah, I know.
No, I forgot about that still.
Nah, large up Stevie G and JT, man. Slipping all over the place. You love to see it. You love to see it, man. Couldn't happen to two nicer clubs.
Say. That's really bad, because I know so many Nigerian people. I'm just butchering.
Whose name did you just butcher? You sounded worse than me. What was that? Who are you talking to? Are you talking to Alawasi?
Yeah.
I don't even know if I got it right. It sounds better than what you said, though.
No, I don't know.
Of course it does. Ask him. I've said his name 3-4 times and he's not said anything. So clearly he has no issue with me butchering his name. However, I've butchered his name in the past, so I think he's used to it. But that sounded like a dish or something. I don't know what you was talking.
But yeah, so in terms of what do I make a fan say we brought success, blah 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 blah. I think people just need to look at like history in it, because history tells you that, you know, a lot of teams have been in bad situations before and have been bailed out. It's just different times. I think more of the problem with City is who took us over. Because I seriously think if it was an English guy from Manchester, I don't think people have as much of a problem with it as they do with it being an Arab guy. You can tell by the way they talk about dirty money and all that stuff. You know, what millionaire has 100% of their money that's legit through good hard graft? Like, come on now, it's just, you know, it's one of them things, isn't it?
Niven says,
I should say, not just
question for Jan. Will Pep get a statue outside the Etihad? I think he's pretty accomplished. I think he'll get one.
I don't know. I think if he gets a statue, it'll probably be at Barcelona, to be honest.
I think he'll get a statue at you lot. If he carries on at the rate he is.
Yeah, if he does, I think with him, what will go against him is if he doesn't stay long term. So if he leaves sort of, I don't know, it depends, innit? Like, statues are one of them things, like, not everyone can get a statue. It's like people keep listing about 10 players. Like, I love Fernandinho. He's my favourite player, but we can't give him a statue. Like, can't have 50 statues outside the stadium because you have 50 top quality players. Like, you have to select. So Man City, we've got 3 of our biggest legends from the period when we were last the most successful. So that's like Summerby, Bell, and I think the other one is, I don't know if it's going to be Buck. No, it's not. I think it's Francis Lee. I think they're the 3. I think it's Summerby, Lee, and Bell. And I think them 3 are going to get their statue. But there is other players like Tony Buck who won't get a statue. But he was still part of that generation and he was still influential in us winning what we won. But you have to just select. You know, you're not going to have the whole team. So it's one of them. And then now we've got Vincent Kompany because he was captain. David Silva because he's one of the best players that's ever played for Man City, full stop. And Aguero because Aguero is responsible for the most iconic moment in our whole history. So there's a reason for it. You can bring Yaya Toure and everything else. If Yaya Toure is captain, you know, he wouldn't have a statue because he's Muslim. But if he wasn't Muslim, you know, then he probably would have a statue too. But it's just one of them. You can't have a statue for everyone, innit?
Yeah, facts. You got too many legends in it.
Yeah, you can't. And the thing is, what a lot of people don't realize as well is like a legend doesn't. Every club has legends, regardless of how successful you are or not.
Yes.
In your unsuccessful periods, you will still have legends for your club. You know what I mean? It's just one of them.
I agree with this from Finished Article. He says if Pep wins the Champions League with City, he'll get a statue. I agree. If you are the first manager to bring a European trophy to a club, chances are, someone correct me if I'm wrong, probably in England, I think the first of any manager who's the first to do that probably has a statue outside whether it's United, whether it's Liverpool. I'm not sure who the first was for United ever. I'm not sure who the first was for Liverpool. I'm trying to think. Who was the first for Chelsea? Well, Di Matteo's not going to get one, so that's out the window. But minus Di Matteo, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're the legit manager, not the interim, chances are you will have one. Chances are, as a manager. Like Pep will get one.
In terms of him being Muslim, it's not because we hate Muslim people. It's because it's haram in their religion for them
to get a statue.
Apparently, that's what I heard.
Is it?
Because that's what I heard. Apparently, you're not allowed to have a statue.
Wait, man said the H is silent in my name. Where's the H in your name? Are you here running jokes? I think he's trolling. Can you see a H? Yeah, don't leave me out to dry.
I can't see a H.
Yeah, I can't see a H either. It's just me. And someone asked about the pie, actually. That was a question I want to get to. Yeah, good player. Again, he's one of those. Peter spoke on it on doing the most and how there's no middle ground. A player is either world-class generational or he's absolutely terrible.
Let me no middle ground thing, because that's what I've heard from a lot of people. So let me double check.
Man said flawless the pie or the Bundesliga or Wolby. Hey, don't talk about Havertz like that, man. He scored in what's it called, innit? He scored in a Champions League final. He scored away at Anfield. C1, don't do that, man. Don't do that. Havertz is a baller. Let's not do that, man.
Okay. You know it says the Quran, the Islamic holy book, does not explicitly prohibit the depiction of human figures. It merely condemns idolatry. So basically, you're not supposed to be idolized like that. Okay, so maybe he can have one then. I think with Yaya, it's more because he, like I said, the reasons why them 3 got a statue, you know what I mean? Like, Yaya would have his own argument. I do think the way he left the club didn't help. to be honest, because he didn't leave in a very it's I don't know.
Realist TV says big up Flawless and Yannicka. Large up Realist TV in the cut as always. Big up to you. Flawless, you prick blood is Sancho. Let's say that big man for fuck's sake. I thought you were talking about, you get me? I seen Bundesliga, Wobie went straight to Werner or Havertz, innit? I didn't know who you was talking about. So that's why I got confused.
I like that. I'm using that one.
I'm saying.
Away with me, I like that.
Hey, this ain't for you to get your shit off. What do you mean you're using that one? Is that funny? Yeah, is that real funny?
It's hilarious.
Yeah,
that's
is it?
Big up to you on London on his
Yeah.
Jekko is underrated.
Whatever,
you know
man.
What, like Jekko was one of them players when he played for City, he used to frustrate the life out of me. But he was like so late into the box that he was on time. Like we could do with him now, man. Jekko was just he was something else, man. And you know what I loved about Jekko? He hated Spurs, man. He used to always mash up Spurs.
Oh yeah, I forgot you got Spurs. You get me? You always shitting on Spurs, so I get that. I hear what you're saying. Hey, questions, keep them coming in. We are going live on the Twitch though in just under half an hour, people, for the Costa Rica Jamaica game. We will be doing a live watch along for that. Myself, I think Peter will be on as well, so we'll be bringing you that. But obviously, as soon as this stream ends, the Twitch stream will start, people. As soon as it ends, Twitch stream will start. Say again.
Are you doing Twitch in a minute?
Am I doing what? Twitch in a minute?
Today?
Yeah. When the kickoff starts, when it kicks off, probably about 5-2. Probably about 5-2. Go on to the Twitch.
Yeah, Yaya Toure has a training ground named after him, but most of our big time players that have left have got one.
Flawless is like a GOAT considering how long he's been playing at a high level.
I don't.
No, I don't think he's one. Is he? I think is he one of the greatest of all times? No. Is he a legend? I'd say yes. He goes into the legend category.
He's remembered.
Yes,
he's not.
He goes into that. He gets an honorable mention.
Yeah,
like he's probably a level below the GOATs. But then it depends on what we're talking about GOATs. Like if you're talking, I'm talking when I say GOATs, Zidane, Ronaldinho, Brazilian Ronaldo, Cristiano Ronaldo, Messi. I don't think he's in that group. However, there isn't many who are in that group. To me, that's a small group, but then everybody's criteria is different.
Because he said we consistently finish top 6.
I'm not sure. Well, it's definitely not Arsenal. We have the second most wins in the Premier League area. It might be Chelsea. It might be Chelsea.
Yeah, it must be.
I don't know.
Yeah, but I don't know.
And get this when you say get disrespected, how do you mean? How do you get disrespected? Talk to us. Berbatov or Giroud?
I was a City fan before.
Oh no, Berbatov 100%, and I rate Giroud. What's your predictions for the Jamaica game? I don't know anything about Costa Rica. I'm not gonna lie, so I can't even tell you.
I can tell you that for free.
Okay, hey, less of that negativity.
Loving it.
Less of the negativity. What's wrong with you? Less of that negativity. Just know what we're doing.
Most wins in a season. No, this is just not your.
No, he's just saying overall. Zlatan was slightly overrated. I agree with you, Flawless. I don't even think he's overrated. I just think how he talks that make when you call yourself the best, people who like you and are fans of you are gonna call you the best. That's just how it works in anything. Same way if you get a new rapper who comes out right now and the rapper says, I'm the best rapper alive, his fans are going to believe he's the best rapper alive, even if he's not the best rapper alive.
In general, that works in life though.
Yeah, that's how it works. Yeah.
If a girl walks into a room and says, I'm the prettiest girl in here, some people will believe her. Even if she's ugly, some people will be like, but she's the prettiest girl here.
Yeah, 100%. But you have to... It's a fine line. You gotta trust in your source. All I say is you gotta know you are the shit, but you ain't shit at the exact same time. There's gotta be a balance. That's how I do it, innit? Like I know I am the shit, but I ain't shit at the exact same time. Well, it makes sense to me. You know what I'm saying? That see that, and then you get haters. So then that's why you have to build yourself up. But then on the flip side, you get people who ain't haters like Jan, who will big you up and give you your flowers on a regular basis. There's a balance in that. It's a balancing act. Like a midfield, it's a fine balance. What did you say there, Jan? What you say?
Hater.
Who's not a hater?
I'm not a hater.
What you just did then was hella hating, but we move. You know what I'm saying? We move. You know, you ain't shit anyway. Blah blah blah. Speaking of rappers, Flawless, you mentioned the Take Note show. Yes, thank you, Deviant, my guy, and I hope you're there. What is the date? I would be great if I know. October the 27th in Manchester, we are performing. The whole Take Note team, myself, Tox, who you lot have seen on many shows. Scops has been on a couple shows as well. Make sure you get there. Who's on the card? President T is on the card. Flirta D's there. Socks. It's the Big in the Manor Entertainment Tour. Make sure you if you go to my Twitter or Instagram, you'll see me post about it. Go to the Mic Check Media UK. You'll see it on theirs. I'm Big in the Manor Entertainment. October the 27th. But as we get closer, I'll tell you more. But for those that are asking about music, get to the shows, because not only do we have a show in October the 27th, we're working on more shows before the year as well. And then next year, you lot are going to get so much more music from us, like on a regular basis. Devin also said he'll be in the building as well. I'm looking forward to it. It should be good. For a club that was made in 2003 to have the second most Premier League wins, and we finished third in the treble winning season and have 8 European trophies, second to Liverpool, but we were irrelevant. I think people just running jokes. You can't take that. People just run jokes, innit? People disrespect Fergie all the time. I'm like, we know what level, we know what time it is. You know, any rival fan would kill for someone to come in and do what Fergie did. You'll never see that again in our lifetimes. You are never going to see someone dominate and fend off so many top rivals in that period of time.
You need someone like a Pep to stay long term.
Yeah.
That's the thing. But nowadays, like you say, the managers are less likely to do that. And I think, to be fair, if Fergie was like Spanish, he probably doesn't stay as long. Do you know what I mean? But because he was from Aberdeen, or is he from Aberdeen? Wherever he's from.
I'm not sure where he's from. I just know he's Scottish. I'm not sure where in Scotland, no.
So because he's from like Scotland, it's not too far away. Because like my dad used to work away in Scotland when I was like a kid. And he used to always get on flights, and like Fergie would be on the flight. Like my dad even sat next to Fergie once, because he was going back and forth from Manchester to Aberdeen, I think my dad was working in. So it's just one of them things. It's like, it's not far, so he can live in Wilmslow, which he still does, and then travel home when he needs to. Whereas like Pep, he likes Manchester. Like he says he's really happy. He is better than he thought it was going to be. Manchester, by the way, has been voted the 3rd best city in the world.
It is. Behind
Amsterdam, and can't remember the first one.
Logic finished the article.
It's above London, which is not surprising. Oh, he's from Glasgow, yeah. So, yeah, it's just one of them things where it's like, I think if Pep's English, he stays long term, like Fergie. You know what I mean?
Just to get to this, sorry, cut you off. Nippin, I don't play FIFA, so that's why I skipped over that question. I don't play FIFA, so I don't play FIFA. And like, what's very hard is what Fergie did, is to reinvent yourself. And people don't understand that. That's so hard. It's easier. That was my whole.
And he's doing it.
Yeah, that was my whole argument when I was debating Ryan about Matip, saying, I don't even say Matip was a bad player or he's wrong to say he's top 5. I'm saying I've not seen enough of him. It's easy to be consistent over a 10-game period. Can you do that over 35 games a season? Can you do that over 35 games a season across a season each? Can you do that 3, 4, 5 seasons in? Like, can you do that? It's easy to come in it's easier to come in and be consistent for 5 to 10 games. Can you be consistent for 30 games, 60, 90, 120? Can you come in and do like and stay at that high level as well and not dip off? Because people figure out ways to get around you. People realize your strengths and then go, all right, what can we do? This is why we're always too quick to try and crown kings. And we spoke about Mbappe and Haaland and those two, because they're still seen as the next two poster boys of football type of thing. Or this is the new Messi versus Ronaldo. It's like, wait, we don't know what Mbappe and Haaland are going to do, where they're going to be in the next 2 years. Yes, their trajectory is very high. But put some respect on what Messi and Ronaldo have done. Their level of consistency has never, ever been seen before. And it probably won't get seen again in our lifetime. 2 players of that caliber at the highest level for going on, 15, 20 years?
Because if you think about it, like, Mbappe, I think, is getting goals that are, in the sort of categories that maybe they were getting at that age. So it will depend on him and Haaland, what they do now, like you say. Because if they continue to get goals and then they go up and they start doing what Messi was doing and Ronaldo was doing, that's different. But like you say, if they just consistently get 20 goals a season for the next 7 years, that's not anywhere near the level of Ronaldo and Messi. So it depends on them, but they have got the numbers at a young age. So there is potential that they can become like them. But yeah, it's just for what they were doing, like what Messi was doing as a like, how old was he when he won the Champions League the first time?
That's what I'm saying.
Not even a young man.
It's like we gotta wait and see what they do. Like I said, they've been running football for however long. Talking since, again, some of the lifetimes of you lot only know Messi and Ronaldo era. Like you don't remember before then. And that's how long, and that's not the norm. I've said this before. Messi and Ronaldo have been so good, they make everybody else look bad. If any attacking player,
you grew up in the Maradona era, where you
Well, we both did. You get what I'm saying? And that you remember Zico and that you was there when he scored his debut goal for Brazil. You know what I'm saying? Was you was at uni with Zico in it? I know that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, prick. As I was saying anyway.
Your brother is Pele.
His brother is Pele and that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but you know his mum and that. You know what I'm saying? He called you Auntie Yan. You know what I'm saying? He called you Aunt Yan. What are you talking about? He called you Aunt Yan. He called you Aunt Yan. You know what I'm saying? And that you helped buy him his first boots and that. You know what I'm saying? We moved.
Cruyff was your nephew.
You know what all right. You're taking it too far now. As I was saying, they've ruined it. If any other attacking player outside of those two scores 30 goals this season, they've had an incredible season.
Oh,
for Ronaldo or Messi, it's poor. If Ronaldo or Messi this season score 30 goals, we're looking at him like, used to flopped. If any City player, any United player, any Liverpool player scores 30 goals this season, you know what I'm saying? Say 25 let's say 30 in the league. Either of those score 30. If Mane scores 30 goals in the league, if Jesus did, if Martial did, whoever, we're looking at that like that's incredible. If one of those two do it, it's kind of like, you're supposed to do that.
But that's what it is. That's the thing. When you set the standard so high, it's like I was saying before. It's like I was saying before about like City. City have set a standard where we actually got mocked for not winning a quadruple. It's never even been done before, but we got mocked for not winning it. Like people laughed at us because we won 2 trophies. Do you know what I mean? Like that's the level that Man City have set. Whereas any other team wins 2 trophies, that's a fantastic season. And they'd be saying it's the best we've had in years. You know what I mean? So it just, when you set them standards that Messi and Ronaldo have set, like, there's just no way that it can be like this. What I'm saying, Haaland, the reason why people are saying Haaland and Mbappe is because at a young age, they're looking at, hey, look, he's more likely to do it than Martial. I can tell you that for free.
They're both highly unlikely, but we move.
But yeah, it's just one of them, like, they've just set that standard. I think Mbappe and Haaland could potentially get closer. I'm not saying they're going to get on the same level as Messi and Ronaldo, but they could get closer to that than, like you say, the Premier League players we're talking about. Do you know what I mean? But because, like, Kane gets quite a lot of goals, but he's a lot older. So he's already, you know what I mean?
And just to get to this from Shazad Flawless, you're going to the funeral for XL tomorrow. I didn't know his funeral was tomorrow, but RIP to brother XL. I know a lot of you lot won't know who that is, but that's someone in Barrap who he was like a blogger, covered it. So it was always mad cool with man in it. So RIP to brother XL. And like, yeah, man, I hope he has a good send-off and everything, man. Like, life just sucks at times. But again, man, RIP to brother XL. Hilarious done. Hella just hospitable guy, man. Mad loving as well. Like, that was mad. Like, he was mad cool to me all the time during all the crazy shit that is the battle rap circus. So yeah, man, RIP to brother XL every time.
Yeah, Dan Levitt, 92 goals in a year.
Yeah.
That's
a small club question. Even though Celtic are a bigger club than Brentford, if they were to face each other, would Brentford slap Celtic? To tell you the truth, I don't know, because I don't know the levels of Celtic. I don't watch Scottish football whatsoever.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, definitely. I have not. Question for you both: Prime Shearer or Prime Closer? I didn't see enough of Prime Closer nipping. I didn't see enough. Jan knows him, you know what I'm saying? That's her error, you know what I'm saying? And she was in her 30s when Closer was like in his 18 making his debut. He was making his debut, you know what I'm saying? He was there and he's making his debut and that. You was in school when you was in year 11, he was in year 7, you stopped and getting bullied and that.
I don't even remember anything before like 3 years ago, trust me, like unless it's like an iconic moment. My football brain is completely like, it's annoying because people talk about the first game and like my dad and people like that can remember their first game. I can't remember mine.
You got the mind of a fish, that's why, but we move. It is what it is.
When you go to so many games, it just rolls into one game, isn't it? I can't remember that.
Dio says, big up Flawless. Out of the big 6 teams, who do you think have a tough time this weekend? Depends who it'd be City, Leicester. Arsenal class, the Arsenal's big 6. I think they're in for a tough game.
Easily. Man United are winning easily.
Okay, all right.
You need to relax with that. With Cristiano Ronaldo, it's 5-1.
Okay.
5-1.
Right.
One because
Mexico will go down. Mad. Go on.
Yeah. St. Maximum likes a goal in them sort of games, so I think it'll be 5-1.
All right.
Liverpool are winning like 3-4-0. That's against Leeds because Leeds play into their hands, so that's done. Chelsea are playing Villa. I don't see Villa being too difficult for Chelsea, so I think they'll be fine. Arsenal playing Norwich. I think they'll win. It's City. City have definitely got the hardest.
I think they'll win, but it'll be tough. City definitely have the hardest because you're playing Leicester away.
Yeah, Leicester.
Definitely, 100%. Then after that, it's what's it called?
Do you know what? this whole Carson in goal, I don't see it happening, because there is absolutely no way that Liverpool are going to play without Alisson, Fabinho, and Firmino. It's not going to happen.
Well, they could play me in goal. City City could be in trouble because Leicester. So we'll see. And as Notorious FAT says, Villa. You know what I'm saying?
Big up DLCFC.
Large up Villa, as he says. Right, man's our JD.
I think if Kane left Spurs for a top team 5 years ago, he would have either done a Van Persie and joined like a Man United and won it once, or he would have joined like a Man City and done a Kyle Walker. Do you know what I mean?
Are you?
You wouldn't even.
Do you think Crystal Palace will cause Spurs problems? Not many, no. I don't.
Yeah. Are they home, Crystal Palace?
Actually, yeah, you're saying Liverpool win easy. I think they win, but I don't think they win easy. Like Leeds give them a game. Because it's at Ellen Road. It's not at Anfield, is it?
Yeah, but I don't know, man. I just don't see them struggling against Leeds, to be honest.
How do you not see them struggling against Leeds?
They will win easily. What I would say is Leicester's defense is not as good as it was last season. That being said, we played against a poor defense in the Community Shield and didn't really do anything. So I don't know. I don't know if that makes a difference. Sometimes with City, the better the team are, the better we are. It's just it's weird.
Who do you think is the most down-to-earth football player? Big man Troy for me. Troy Deeney's definitely up there, 100%. He just gives you man-them types. Like he's just like man-them. You can see that. Like you wouldn't know he was a football player if you didn't know, by looking at him, hearing him in interviews and stuff like that. He just seems like a down-to-earth, mad, cool guy.
I know Mane is because Mane was it Mane that went to he went to the mosque and ended up going home with them Asian guys to play FIFA.
All right, Maz, I didn't know that.
I think it was Mane, someone like that. They ended up going home from the mosque with some guys that supported Liverpool and stuff. So he is obviously down to earth to do that.
D-Star says all the big clubs will win except maybe Arsenal. Yeah, I hear that. It is the big 5 in Arsenal, but I get your point.
I don't know about City, man. I hope so, but I think
City could be tough. Yeah, it's tough. You know what I'm saying? Flawless and Jan, do you think Rudiger will stay at Chelsea?
Yeah, it's Kante. Yeah, it was Kante actually.
Yeah. Flawless and Jan, do you think Rudiger
to do that?
Kante is another one.
To go to someone's house and stuff like that. Rashford probably.
Rashford's up there.
I've not met Rashford, you see. I do know some of his family. But
they live in a neighborhood. Flawless and Jan, do you think Rudiger will stay at Chelsea? They stay in there. They know your neighborhood. You put out your bins and see him and that. You're like, yeah, what, Marcus? But we move. Do you think Rudiger will stay at Chelsea?
Since before Rashford was.
Yeah, I know. What I'm saying. His grandparents and that. Y'all went to school together. But we move. As you were saying and that, you remember, you get me? Never mind. Rudiger will stay at Chelsea. Yes, as long as Tuchel's there, I can see it. That's his guy on the pitch, the German connection. So I don't see why you wouldn't. And he's a good defender as well. I do rate him.
Rudiger.
Yeah, Rudiger. Look at Chelsea's defense.
I don't think he can because they've lost Zuma now, and they didn't get Kunde. So I think
they got backup though. You got Thiago Silva. You've got Rudiger. You've got Chalobah. You've got some Danish guy. You got Aspilicueta. You got Reece James. You got ample players who can play in that back three. So that's what I would say. And I can't remember the Danish guy's name. His name's lost me, but we move. But yeah. High Tech says the Arsenal slander is boring at this point. It's never boring. It's never, ever. That will never, ever.
Why is there not enough Man United?
It's never. Because you know what? Man United slander. If we was as bad as Arsenal, we'd be getting it and that. But that's how it works.
It's happen, man.
It's not going to happen. Just with our talent pool.
2020.
It's not. You know what I'm saying? It's just not as bad as we are. It's not going to happen. It's literally not going to happen.
Nice, man. The Danish. Don't forget. I like that one. That's
disrespect. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? Rashford's actually older, quite a lot younger than me.
Yeah, we know.
When I met his brother, he was like 5.
See, there you go. Told you. She was giving him money to go ice cream van and all them things there. But we move. As we were saying, we're going live on the Twitch people in 5 minutes for the Costa Rica Jamaica World Cup watch along. However, we will be answering your questions as well while that's going on. So it's kind of like a watch along / Q&A. So we'll have our eye on the game, but it's like an extension of this. See how much content we bring you, and that's live on the Twitch. Let me put it in the pinned comment quick. Let me put it in the pinned comment. Let's say that again.
Auntie Yam, you know. That's what my niece calls me.
Yeah, it's right that your niece should call you Auntie Yam. That makes sense. That makes sense. She should call you that. That's how these things kind of work. But we move. Pin message, you can see it. The Twitch is there. Sarcasm City TV link is underneath in the description for it as well. Make sure you can sign up. You can download the app, sign up on the app for absolutely free, and then just go to Twitch Sarcasm City TV. And the same way you're commenting and asking questions is the same way you can do it on Twitch. Please make sure you hit the like button on this video. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Is Road to 4K. Then go over to the Twitch and make sure you do the same thing. Like I said, it's in the pinned comment. Links underneath in the description. Myself, I think Jan's coming over. Peter will be there as well. We will be answering your questions while the watch along is going on. Obviously, we have an invested interest because we want Jamaica to qualify for the World Cup. Just so I can do Jamaica watch alongs during the World Cup period. It'd be great. You know what I'm saying? And that. Yes, Jan does get scored today. He had bodyguards and limo.
And when I say Auntie Jan, like my nephews call me Yannicka, innit? It's only my niece that calls me Auntie Jan.
Okay.
But no, I don't get escorted to the Etihad with bodyguards and a limo. I wish I did. Do you know what? I wish I was rich. Honestly, if I was rich, I'd be making it on here. But I'm not, unfortunately. For me, I'm broke. So if you want to donate, feel free. You know.
All right, cool. Anyway, we're going over to the Twitch right now, people. We're going over to the Twitch for the watch along. Let me know in the comments who's coming over before we bounce. Let us know. You know what I'm saying? And that. Let us know. And nah, man, the High Tech, are you an Arsenal fan, by the way? Surely you are. Are you an Arsenal fan? Let me know before we go over. This is what I really want to know. This is why you're salty about it. Is that the problem? I don't get it. Let your rivals be 20th in the Premier League, having played 3 games, 3 losses, -9 goal difference.
You literally never know when it could be your team. Like, you could go from finishing second last season to like next season be like in a relegation battle. Like, it's very unlikely, but it's not impossible.
Yeah, 100%.
Do you know what I mean? Because like, if you said to Spurs fans in 2008, you ain't winning another trophy till at least 2022, they would have said you're chatting shit.
You see the slick Spurs slander. She tried that there. You know it's that, people. See
no,
that? See how Jan try and hate.
Like trophy drafts. If you just
I'm just saying, you pick Spurs, isn't it? You know
now, if you said to a Liverpool fan in 1990, you're not going to win another trophy. You're not going to win a Premier League till 2020. They would have been like, you're chatting shit. Because the thing is, no one expects that. Like, when City won their last trophy before they went like 44, they would have never thought it was going to be that long. Do you know what I mean?
But, High Tech says we literally played the European champions and Premier League champs. Allow us. Never will I allow Arsenal. You lot could be in League 2, and I will still be bantering you. And I'll be
pictures. But Brentford was the game. probably should have won, to be fair.
100%. Abdallah says, I'm coming to the Twitch. We literally played the European. No, I got to that. Man's there. Arsenal fans, copping, please. 3 games into the season. This is sad. We're only on the 9th of September. You are so washed. I will head over to the Twitch just to check a bit of Jamaican football. Should be interesting with Navas and go for Costa Rica. Big up. Which Navas? Which Navas?
Is it the one?
The Navas that was at Madrid and he's at PSG. Is he Costa Rican? No
That's
chance.
what I'm saying. Is he Costa Rican?
No chance he's Costa Rican.
Yeah, but if he's not Costa Rican, what is he? Because I've never seen him play for another team.
Yeah, so why has he not been playing for Costa Rica beforehand?
Maybe
no way is he Costa Rican.
Maybe he's like second.
One of them ones.
France or something.
Right, he is a Costa Rican. Mad thing.
Did you Google it?
Yeah, he's Costa Rican. I had no idea he's Costa Rican. That is crazy.
Yeah, you know what?
Jamaica just takes shots.
Henry, like everyone assumes Henry was African. Like
he was Caribbean. Yeah. He's got the Caribbean edge. He's got the Caribbean head shape. That's what it is.
That's what I would say. He has that Caribbean head. And
he's got what I've got. I've got the head shape as well. I understand.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. How you acting like you don't know me? Yeah, I've got that head shape. You can't see it now because I got hair, but I got the head shape.
Really?
Yeah.
Shame.
I got a Caribbean head shape. Hey, goats in it. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
Yeah, it's so funny because, like, you can tell by people's legs that they're Jamaican, and it.
Yeah,
like,
that's happened to me too. I've had that happen.
You can tell
that happened. I got the bandy legs and everything. I said it to my dad. I was like, right, I got these. Get me. I had the bandy legs and the big ears from you. And he looked me in the face and said, "Well, I'm not suffering alone, son." That's what he said to me. I was like, all right, pops.
Yeah, let's see your ears.
Yeah, can't you see?
Nah,
you can see my ears.
Big. My ears are like double the size of yours.
Yeah, you got big ears too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Dumbo over there.
They both got the big ears, so let's get married. Who does that?
Why not, innit? You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Any excuse to get married, innit? But that's a whole nother conversation that going down. The Caribbean head shape, I know exactly what you mean. But we've gone off topic. People, head over. If you want to see the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A extra, a.k.a. the Costa Rica versus Jamaica watch-along, get over to the Sarcasm City TV Twitch. Now, myself, Yan City will be there. I believe Peter will be there as well. So make sure you head over to the Twitch. It's in the pinned comment. Link is underneath in the description. But large up everyone that has tuned in.